The Blue Jays won one of their two games in the two games that they played on Monday and Tuesday night. Welcome back to the Blue Jays recap. I'm your host Evan, and we are back with another Blue Jays game recap. We have two games today that we are recapping, and one of them went well, one of them didn't. The Jays have still stayed with their motto of low-scoring games and really good pitching, as in their first game, they scored 2 runs, and their second game, they also scored 2, in a 1-2 win and a 5-2 loss. The Jays really did really well in both of those games, just couldn't get many runs. They were down 4-0 at one point in the second game, but bounced back. And pitching was phenomenal on both ends. On the first game, it was Lance Lynn versus Alek Manoah. Manoah went 6 innings with 5 strikeouts, only let up 1 earned run, and only 5 hits led against him. He had 3 walks and many 3-2 counts that he did get out of. A bit of them, but walked 3 guys. It was Lance Lynn for the Chicago White Sox, as he pitched 7 innings, had 4 strikeouts, and only let up 4 hits and 1 earned run. Pitched a really good game for the White Sox, as Craig Kimbrel, the closer for the White Sox that just got traded from the Chicago Cubs, let up 1 big run, had 2 strikeouts, so in the bottom of the 8th inning, as the Jays got a final run, as Bernick Valera slid into home to right around the catcher to get the final run to win the game. It was really low hits for the Blue Jays in the first game, as they only grabbed 5 hits on a 2-hit day by Reese McGuire and a 1-hit day for Lourdes Gurriel Jr. But the biggest hit was probably Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s double that drove in an RBI and scored a run in scoring position, as the Jays did let up 2 hits to Yoan Moncada, but it was okay because they did win the game and picked up 10 strikeouts as a team. In that first game, again, really low scoring, but a really solid game for the Jays. Manoah on the mound, he was slipping a little bit in his new cleats, but it was okay. They did bounce back through those walks. It was in the top of the 6th inning when Andrew Vaughn scored the first run for the White Sox as an RBI right through the middle, scoring in on the first run for the Chicago White Sox. Then it was Vladimir Guerrero Jr. picking up an RBI double straight over the second baseman's head. There was actually 2 plays in that game where Marcus Semien and Teoscar Hernandez hit 2 laser shots that could have been extra bases right to the third baseman and got out. Then Valera scores on a wild pitch that Teoscar Hernandez was hitting on, and Craig Kimbrel could not get him out at home, as the Jays scored, and then it was Jordan Romano, a tight game, to get the final strikeout on a pretty bad call, I guess, but it was in the Jays' favor. The Jays won, and it was a really good game for them, as right now they are not good in the standings, as they're 11.5 games behind first and 4.5 games behind third. And the Yankees just keep winning, so they're going to be pretty behind them in the long run. In that second game, it was a 5-2 loss, as not the best day for Jose Barrios on the mound, as he was not really on the top of his game, as for the White Sox, Dylan Chase went 7 innings, had 7 strikeouts, and shut down that Blue Jays lineup, only getting 1 earned run and 1 run the whole time, as Liam Hendriks, the other solid closer for the Chicago White Sox, did let up 1 run, but sealed off the game, pitching 1.5 innings and getting the final out. Jose Barrios was on the mound, only went 3 innings, had 9 hits let up off of him, and had 4 earned runs. His stuff was not working at all, as he only really has 3 pitches: his fastball, slider, and curveball, and his fastball wasn't working really. His slider kind of, but not a good day for the bullpen either, as Brad Garbage Can Hand had to pitch in that game, let up 2 hits. but it was Trent Thornton going 2 innings and letting up a run, as Cedric Overton pitched a really good day, pitching 3 innings, only letting up 4 hits and 2 strikeouts in that game, as the Jays offense was just kind of quiet and their big guys, with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. going 2 for 4 and Alejandro Kirk going 2 for 4. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., I can't stress it enough, he's in a huge slump. It's not looking like he's going to win the MVP anymore. He is not really towering over the standings that much either, as most of his teammates are honestly playing better than him, as he's just kind of slowed back into that Jays team since coming back to Toronto. It's not looking like he's terrible, but if he can get out of this funk and turn into what he was in the middle, or not middle, like start of the season, he can really help the Jays to maybe get into that wild card spot and push out the Red Sox, as the A's are losing right now, so they can get that final wild card spot. In that game, it was first 4 runs to make it 4-0 against the Blue Jays, and another low-scoring offensive day for them, as then Jose Abreu in the top of the first inning had a 3-run home run over the wall in left field, and then it was Danny McKenzie picking up an RBI, getting right through the gap, driving in 1 run, giving him a double, and then it was Jose Abreu picking up another RBI. That was all the scoring for the White Sox in the 4th inning. Then it was the Jays. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Had an amazing play, though, where I need to say, as he threw out another batter, another outfield assist at second base, nabbing Jose Abreu of a double. And then it was Corey Dickerson and Josh Palacios picking up some RBIs. As Palacios is back, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. got the RBI, Palacios did something else. Then Liam Hendriks finishes the game in the bottom of the 9th inning. The White Sox win. Not a good loss for the Jays, as if they didn't let up that 3-run home run in the first inning, it could have been a whole different game. It's going to be Lucas Giolito on the mound. He has 25 games pitched, has a 3.77 ERA with 169 strikeouts. He's been a huge force in that White Sox lineup to be reckoned with, as he has a 9-9 record. Not the best record, but has a pretty low ERA, and his stuff has been working this year. One of the 3 or 4 top pitchers in the American League and top pitchers for the White Sox. But you know who's been a pretty much better player this year? Robbie Ray. In 24 games pitched, has a 2.79 ERA with a 9-5 record, and his stuff has been working. That fastball has been devastating to those hitters this year, and White Sox batters can't really pick up that fastball. The only problem, though, is Tim Anderson's back in that roster. It was the highest batting average for the White Sox. It was a .303 average, and has been a force to be reckoned with in this league this year. As Robbie Ray really can shut down big lineups, as the Jays, all they need to do is score some guys in scoring position, and they really need one of those big breakout games, multi-run games and multi-double-digit games. If they can get those, maybe that can shift some momentum until George Springer comes back. As Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s batting average is now only sitting at a .308, but if he can pick some stuff up, if the Jays can pick stuff up, and Robbie Ray can have another amazing day, I feel like the Jays could win, and I'm predicting a win for the Blue Jays on this Wednesday night. Have an amazing day. Bye.